How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. And as you can see here, this is breaking news. Apparently, there's been a massive shift in Bungie. We already know that the situation with Bungie has gone downhill, and the whole apparently 17% of workforce was laid off. It's actually over 34% that Bungie has actually lost in terms of staff. That is huge. And now, apparently, according to rumors, well, based on what's being reportedly said, the rumored Destiny 3, codenamed Payback, has now basically been cancelled because of the layoffs. Now, this is crazy news, right? I actually can't believe this. And if you're seeing me a little bit wet and stuff, just bought a new swimming pool for the kids. It's a small thing. I know, well, we just had a bit of fun. But this is crazy news, and it just shows how far Bungie have fallen. And for all those people out there that was turning around and saying Bungie's independent, I always told you that this is what's going to end up happening, that Sony will move in to systematically dismantle Bungie and destroy them and ruin them. And that is exactly what's happened here. I said in my previous video that they did the same thing with Firesprite, where they completely and utterly destroyed the working culture. This is factually proven. And now they're doing it to Bungie. Of course, this isn't solely on Sony. Bungie agreed to those terms. They should have stayed independent. And yet, despite all the positive and strong outputs that they did with the final shape, it was a really good DLC, very good storytelling. It's a shame that it's actually coming to this, and I give them maybe a year or two before they are pretty much just completely gone from the face of the earth. Now, there is actually an article here that we're going to read, and it is this one over here. So let's just big this up a little bit more. Bungie has reportedly cancelled Destiny 3 Payback following layoffs. Now, I actually said in my previous video that this is something that could potentially be happening with the number of layoffs that they have. I mean, at this point, you've got Marathon as well. They're putting all their efforts into Marathon. It does look like Destiny 2, they're going to try and milk as much as they can. But if Destiny 3 truly is cancelled, I think that is pretty much the end of Bungie. I don't think the reception for Marathon has been good. They've been a laughing stock for all this time. And honestly, with the way Marathon has actually progressed, from being this kind of Tarkov style game to now being a hero shooter, I mean, I don't think they actually know what they want it to be, and that's easily on the chopping block as it is. But let's quickly go through this article because it's really important. Bungie has reportedly cancelled the rumored Destiny project, codenamed Payback, which many believe to be the next installment in the Destiny franchise, commonly referred to as Destiny 3. Now, this isn't just me or some parts of the community. We're talking, the big content creators like Aztecross also referring to Payback as Destiny 3. Earlier this year, speculation ran high as a leak suggested that Bungie was working on a new Destiny game under the codename Payback. Fans eagerly anticipated a potential continuation of the popular series, hoping for new adventures and expansions within the Destiny universe. But, they've always said that they kind of need to do like a little reset because they've kind of pushed the Destiny 2 engine as far as it can go. The Destiny 2 engine was supposed to have that reset, but things fell through on it didn't work, and then they had to kind of restart everything on the original kind of hybrid engine, which basically allowed Destiny 2 to come out the way it did. However, this excitement was met with disappointment as recent developments have cast a shadow over the project's future. Earlier this week, Bungie made headlines with the announcement of a significant workforce reduction, laying off 17% of its staff, amounting to approximately 220 employees. Now, that 17% is actually incorrect. Now, yes, technically it's correct, but it's also misleading. They've laid off 17% staff. 155 members have been absorbed into Sony, into other studios that are working on live service games. And another 75 members of staff have been pulled out to actually go over and work on a new studio that is not Bungie. That means a whopping 34.6% of the workforce. We're nearing 40% of the workforce has been gutted. So do keep that in mind when we're actually going through this. It's not just 17%. We're talking near 40% of Bungie has been removed. So there could be a lot of cadence into this. This decision has left many fans and the industry insiders concerned about the company's future direction and the fate of its ongoing projects. Adding to the uncertainty, credible insider Jeff Grubb revealed in today's Game Mess Mornings that one of the projects affected by these layoffs was none other than Payback. According to Grubb, the game, which was internally referred to as the next Destiny instead of Destiny 3, has been shelved. What is going on the shelf is Payback. That is what was also leaked and reported to be maybe Destiny 3. Technically not Destiny 3. Internally, they would refer to it as the next Destiny. I don't know if the distinction is there, but they think there's a distinction there. So this could potentially be something else, but whatever this Payback was, which many in the industry believed to be Destiny 3, could still potentially be Destiny 3, right? But that is going on the shelf indefinitely, according to the people I've talked to. Either way, let's be clear, a Destiny 3 or next Destiny is just not the thing that they are going to be coming out of this looking toward, let alone working on any real way. So, there's no Destiny 3 on the horizon. There's no whatever this Payback was. If it wasn't Destiny 3, the next Destiny. They've still got that NetEase game that they are contracted to do, that they received 350 million to make that mobile game. So that has to be done because they have a contract with NetEase to do that. So I doubt that is Payback, because that doesn't make sense to be Payback, because that has to come out, right? NetEase have paid them the money. So that contract is signed. They want their game. The cancellation of Payback raises questions about the future of the Destiny franchise, with Bungie focusing its efforts on supporting Destiny 2, and that's all they can do right now, because the staff that's left is now going to be working on NetEase, Destiny 2, and whatever is happening with Marathon and its upcoming expansions. The decision to halt Payback suggests a shift in the company's strategy. With the details of the cancelled project remain under wraps, the community's hopes of Destiny 3 have been dashed for the time being. As for Destiny 2, the final shape expansion, it made it into the top 5 highest revenue generating titles for June 2024 per a new report. The top 5, and that still was not enough for Sony. I mean, whatever the contract was that Pete Parsons actually signed in order to create this partnership, that dude should resign. That dude should, the fact that he walked away with such a huge package and gave the middle finger to all his staff, it perplexes me. It really perplexes me. But Destiny 3 could be no more. And if we're going by what's being reported, Destiny 3 Payback has been cancelled indefinitely. This is massive, really, really massive news. And in my opinion, if Destiny 3 is cancelled, which is, let's be real, a lot of players are waiting for Destiny 3 because of, the ongoing issues and problems that the engine for Destiny 2 has. If there's no real future, what this is saying is that Destiny 2 is still going to come out with content, but ultimately it's basically maintenance mode. They're just going to milk it until it can't be milked anymore, and whatever's left will fully be integrated into Sony at some point over the next 3 to 5 years, and Bungie as a company will no longer exist. Remember when they were with Microsoft and they had it good, and they had their disagreements with Microsoft, and they were able to split? Happy days. Then they went to Activision, and they had their disagreements with Activision, with the way Activision was working, even though Activision was actually extremely fair with them. And then they split their happy ways. There's no happy ending this time. The only ending here is the eradication of Bungie. This, and, Destiny 3 reportedly being gone for good, is really, really bad. I'm disappointed. I was really looking forward to Destiny 3. I thought Destiny 2 had reached its limit, and really, it's not offering me anything else. And with the first Descendant out now, taking the players away from Destiny and doing absolutely phenomenally well, even if I'm seeing reports that their first major update didn't really hit the mark, it's okay, because everything else did. And it's keeping the player bases engaged, and it's taking players away from Destiny. And they really, at a time like this, need to be firing on all cylinders. There's no cylinders left to fire. They've got rid of all of them. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. We're going to be discussing this later on in the stream today. I might start a little bit early. I know members usually get videos early, but I'm just going to push this one out just this time, and I'll make it up to you, members. And I'll see you later on in the stream. And if you don't join the stream, I'll see you next time. Remain legend.